Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story, and yeah guys, before I continue this, as you guessed from the title, the name of this story is What If Naruto Had Died. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story, and shout out to one of you guys because I read this comment while being away yesterday in the comment section. I don't know how far I scrolled down, I couldn't remember the name. And yeah, the idea was to make a movie, but I had to go out of city for my cousins. Well, it's kind of a private matter, and I have been awake for more than 24 hours by now and extremely exhausted. But I wanted to make a video for you guys because I have made a resolution that at least for this month I will try my best to be regular. I kind of forgot your idea what I was about to make, but I couldn't make the movie because of being exhausted. So yeah, I'm gonna make it tomorrow. So I will be really grateful if you can, write a description down again, Spidey, for me to memorize after I wake up, so that I can, after reading that, make a proper movie of it. You know what? I'll make any ship you want, any villain you want, however you want the story to go. That's the least I can do for you. I apologize for the delay, the constant delay, but that is the truth. I'm just super exhausted right now. So I hope you don't mind and enjoy today's story. And if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 13 years after the Kyubi attack. As we go towards the outer skirts of the village, where we see at the Valley of the End, two towering statues were facing one another. Two of the people of the history, strongest shinobis that walked on the face of the earth, who fought there, and in the remembrance of that battle, this valley was named after them and their battle, known as the Valley of the End. And these two statues were theirs, Madara Uchiha's and Hashirama Senju's. And standing on top of these statues, facing each other once again, were two friends slash rivals, Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki. As a few hours back, Sasuke Uchiha has deserted the village just to get revenge from his brother, and in order to do that, he needed power, and Orochimaru offered him that, and that is why he defected. While on the other side, Naruto Uzumaki and a team of Genins were tasked to bring him back by the Hokage Tsunade Senju. And so far, only Naruto was able to get there near Sasuke, while the others were busy dealing with the others, making way for Naruto to reach Sasuke. As now we see, both of them were facing one another. There was a huge pause before Naruto began. You seriously want to do this, Sasuke? You know that I will bring you back one way or another. You don't understand, Naruto. You never had anyone, did you? On the other side, I had everything. A family, a clan, everything taken from me by that monster that I call my brother. And then he told me a way to get back at him. I knew I had to get strong, and the people in that village won't allow me to be strong. But you have gotten strong, have you not? You won't understand, Naruto. I need power, and fast, and vast amount at that. The village is only holding me back. There's nothing left for me there to learn. You all are nothing more than a burden to me. I lose, and that I need to cut short in order to gain more strength to fulfill my goal. But that bastard wants your body. Are you okay with that? To hell with that. If that is the price I have to pay for the power, then so be it. As Naruto, with narrowed eyes, then said, to hell with it. It looks like I have to beat some sense into you before taking you back to the village. As the cannon battle began between Naruto and Sasuke, as both rushed and charged towards one another. But the battle took ferocious turn, as Sasuke, under the influence of the curse mark seal from Orochimaru, began to lose control and turn into a hideous monster in his own right, while on the other side, Naruto himself had lost control and was releasing huge amount of killer intent and Kyubi's chakra. And now the battle of two out of control Genins and friends were taking place, as in the end, Sasuke charged his Onyx Chidori, while on the other side, Naruto charged his Rasengan. As now we see, both of them were about to clash closely, as Naruto then remembered Sakura, Kakashi, and everyone. As his eyes widened, he got a hold of himself, but it was already too late. With a sinister smile, Sasuke plunged his hand straight through Naruto's heart as Naruto's eyes widened as he looked towards Sasuke, who also was looking at Naruto. As after that, we see Naruto went slump. Not even a single moment. As at that moment, Sasuke's eyes widened. What? Wait, is this for real? Said Sasuke in his own head. As after placing down Naruto on the ground, we see that Sasuke, whose hand was covered in Naruto's blood, he felt extreme amount of pain in his eyes. As once he turned back to look into the water, he found that his eyes have morphed into a different pattern, the Mangekyo Sharingan. As that is when he remembered the words of his brother. To achieve this power, one must lose something precious to him. And at that moment Sasuke realized what kind of foolishness he has done. He cared about Naruto, even if he didn't want to acknowledge that, and he has just destroyed that bond with his own hands. As we see that Sasuke's face was now written all over with guilt. After he regained his control, "I'm sorry, Naruto," he said as he shed some tears, as guilt came down crushing upon him. As he slumped down there, as now we see, Orochimaru arrived and placed a hand next to Sasuke's shoulder. Now, Sasuke-kun. There will be time for grieving later. Do not forget your goal. Itachi is still out there. I mean, he's able to live and breathe. And you have your goal to kill him, do you not? Think about the clan, your parents, everyone that you will avenge, including young Naruto. It is all his fault. It is because of him they all perished in the end, did they not? As Sasuke then said, Naruto died by my hands. His blood is on me. And as for the rest, Itachi will pay. Rest, Naruto, said Sasuke as he took off Naruto's headband and placed his own in his hand, which was slashed with a kunai as he moved away from Naruto's body. As at that moment we see Kakashi arrived, as his eyes widened at what he saw. Orochimaru, with a smirk, then disappeared in a sunshine, taking Sasuke with him, while Naruto was laying on the ground. No, yelled out Kakashi at all his might as he dashed down where Naruto's body was laying, only to pick him up and shake. Naruto, wake up! As he checked his pulse and checked for any signs of breathing or life, and he couldn't find any. No, I'm not late again. I can still make it. As he picked up Naruto and began to dash at will as fast as he could all the way back to the village. And as soon as he arrived, he was met face to face with Jiraiya and Tsunade pacing back and forth at the entrance. What happened to Sasuke and Naruto? Naruto is in serious condition. And hearing that enough, Tsunade grabbed onto Naruto and was about to move until she sensed that Naruto wasn't breathing. As her eyes widened, as that is when Shizune gasped as she examined Naruto. Tsunade, his heart. Don't say it. Don't say it, Shizune. There is still time. The boy can be saved, said Tsunade as her voice cracked and she began to choke on her own tears. As Jiraiya sighed, as he closed his eyes as well. Tsunade, there's nothing you can do. The boy has died. Naruto is no more. Shut up, Jiraiya. You don't know that. The boy promised me that he will take this damn hat from me. I'm just holding this for him. You remember that? Remember our promise, Naruto? You have to get up. You have to get up, damn it. As now we see, at that time the medical team returned with the Genins who were injured. As Shikamaru, who was injured only at hand, was visibly shaken to see Naruto slumped like this. What happened to Naruto? As his own sensei, Asuma then said, Naruto has died. It seems that Sasuke has killed him. As this was not only heard by Shikamaru, but also by Sakura, as well as by Hinata and the others who were all present there. Some of the serious like Choji and Neji were taken to the hospital. As Tsunade then told Shizune to go and treat them, as she held on to Naruto's body as she shedded some tears. As now we see, Jiraiya then sensed someone snickering from behind as the villagers noticed this. As having heard enough, he finally let it all out. You dumb bastards! All of you are laughing at the death of a boy who has done nothing to this village. He just wanted acknowledgement from you all. And why do you hate him? Just because of the demon sealed inside of him? It was my student, your Hokage that you loved, that did this to him. He was born a normal boy. And you wanna know the funny thing is? He sealed the damn demon in his own child. As everyone gasped, Jiraiya, are you insane? Said Tsunade, that was a secret. To hell with that, Hime. They all need to know. They all need to have a reality check. If it wasn't for that boy, the demon would have finished what it has started that night. And all you did for all these years is to hate and pester the boy. And for what? Holding back the Biju, the very same Biju that was about to kill you all, like insects? Oh God, I wish how he had done that. As after that we see Jiraiya then said, come on, Hime. We need to give him proper burial. As the news spread like wildfire, the Kyuubi brat was dead. But not only that, he was in fact the child of the fourth Hokage, confirmed by Tsunade-sama and Jiraiya-sama himself, as the civilians and the civilian council immediately called for a council meeting, but Tsunade didn't show up, as the elders then had to take a step in, as both the shinobi side council as well as the civilian side council wanted answers, as at the moment Danzo decided that he needed to answer that. Since the boy was dead and practically useless, he knew he had to do this. Yes, this is the truth. Hiruzen tried his best to hide this, but I was able to decipher that. And over the course of years, I have been gathering evidence. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze is indeed the child of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, and it was indeed born from them. As the shinobi clan heads were shocked, they were informed that the family perished, while on the other side the civilians were now also in shock. They have not only lost the Uchiha, but also lost the legacy of the fourth Hokage, their hero and savior. As now we go towards Tsunade and Jiraiya, who were standing in front of a few graves, unmarked graves that were far away from the graveyard of Konoha, and the coffin was being lowered down there. And only the Ganins, who were Naruto's classmates, as well as some of the senseis, were allowed to be present there. He can finally rest in peace with his family, I guess, said Jiraiya as he wiped away his tears. His eyes were red, and so was Tsunade's, as both of them had been crying a lot. They only knew Naruto for a brief amount of time, and for the time they have spent together, it was like almost a lifetime with him, and a fun one at that, as Kakashi himself was taking this the hardest. He wasn't even speaking, just looking at the unmarked graves. Just looking at them with a sorrowful eye, as that was all he could do. While on the other side, Sakura, Hinata, as well as the others, who were all gathered in the form of a group, were sad. I can't believe this Sasuke would do something like this. I was shocked when he betrayed us, betrayed the village, but taking life of Naruto? That is taken too far. And you wanna know the funny thing, Inu? Said Hinata. Naruto would have tried to save him still, even in his dying breath. I know that for sure. As Sakura then said, you know what? For Naruto, we will find Sasuke. And once we do, we'll make sure that motherfucker is 6 feet underground with his clan. For good. With that promise, Sakura began to walk away, as everyone was shocked and stunned, seeing Sakura like this, as she wiped away her tears, as she was moving away. What the hell happened to her? Didn't she kind of, enough Kiba, said Shino. Now is not the time. As after that we see, a few months passed, as the news spread out amongst the Akatsuki that the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki has perished as well, and this was going to take a lot of setback for their plan. And so, they were now beginning to initiate their plan to gather the other Bijus, because Nine-Tails will take a long time to form. They might have to use the backup. And that backup was suggested by Zetsu himself, Inkaku and Ginkaku, who at one point were consumed by Kyuubi and ate its flesh from within, causing them to gain Kyuubi-like chakra as well as chakra reserves. So they could be used, but only to awaken the weaker form of the Ten Tails, still being capable enough of destroying Elemental Nation if possible. While this was going on, we go towards a faraway land where we see a blonde-haired man who, alongside a red-headed woman, was living in a small hut far away from everyone near a riverside. As the man was catching few fishes for his family, as now we see after catching them, he went inside the hut, as his blue eyes fell upon his two children and his wife. This man was Minato no Mikaze, and on the other side was his wife Kushina Uzumaki, and their twins, the twins brother and sister of Naruto, older ones, Menma and Mito. Both of them had Kyuubi's chakra, yin and yang, while Naruto possessed the soul. He was left behind there, as they had to fake their death. And to keep it a secret from everyone, they even faked it from their own friends, such as the third Hokage, Jiraiya, and everyone else. No one was aware that they were alive. They were hidden and completely safe. And as for why leave Naruto behind, they needed to make it sure that someone was left behind, so to carry on their legacy. And they have imprinted a soul part of their soul on it as well. It was a plan of Minato to make sure that, well, their family remains hidden until they're ready enough to take care of themselves. Because after what happened that night, they needed to act fast. And Minato, being a man with a plan at all times, had formulated this plan. The worst kind, but for the worst case scenario, that actually did happen in the past. As now we see, as soon as they return, we see that Menma and Mito were looking at something. A seal matrix that began to disappear as their eyes went, Tojan, Kajan, Naruto seal, it's disappearing! As both of their parents' eyes widened as they dashed inside to see that the seal matrix was indeed disappearing. What could this mean? Something worse has happened. We have to go. It is time. But the kids are not yet ready yet, Minato. To hell with that. They are more than ready and capable enough of handling themselves, right? Yes. We have to leave, and fast. As now we see, both of them, alongside their kids, packed their stuff and begin to make their way back to Konoha. As now we have a time skip. Time skip of a few weeks later, back at Konoha. After Naruto's death, a lot of things have changed in Konoha. The people of Konoha who once hated and despised Naruto, now they grieved and were filled with guilt to the brim. While on the other side, Tsunade has become more drunk. Jiraiya rarely was ever present in the village. Kakashi was either seen at visiting Naruto and his parents' graves, or stuck inside his room. He has long since given up his headband and resigned himself from joining. And as for the other side, Naruto's friends have recovered and were filled with hatred to the point where they wanted to hunt down Sasuke on his own and have asked for Tsunade's permission multiple times. As now we see, more than ever were two girls who were more than ready to prove themselves to Sasuke that they needed to make him suffer. Both of them were Sakura Haruno and Hinata Yuga, as both of them were currently standing inside Hokage office in front of Tsunade. "What do you want?" says Tsunade in a lower tone. "We want you to train us, Hokage-sama." "Why? What is your reason?" "We want to avenge Naruto." As Tsunade threw a bottle, right V's passed through them to the next side of the wall, as Hinata remained still, and so did Sakura, as both of them remained the eye contact with her. "We are serious. We are more than ready. That bastard needs to pay," said Sakura, "and we will bring him down for what he has done to Naruto. And we need your help. I'm gonna only take one student. Sakura, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna take in Hinata. She is going to be my successor." "In that case," said Jiraiya as he stood in, "I'll take the other one. You pink-haired girl, you're gonna be my student." "It was supposed to be Naruto. Do not let me down, though." "I won't, Jiraiya-sama." As after that, Jiraiya went away on a training trip with Sakura, while Tsunade, making Shizune in charge, also went away on a training trip of her own. And at that moment, as soon as they left, was the time when Minato and Kushina, alongside with Menma and Mito, returned. and straight went towards the Hokage office, where Shizune and the rest of the council was shocked to find them alive. How is this possible, Minato-sama? You were supposed to dead? Yes, but it was all a plan of mine. The masked person still roams outside. His goal is the QB, and to make sure he never attains the QB fully, I devised this plan immediately, and Kushina agreed with this. Then why did you leave Naruto behind? Konoha needed its Jinchuriki, and Naruto being the youngest and the one possessing the soul was the only wise choice, because I would be stupid if I kept the soul and the yin and yang chakra closer to one another. This could have influenced the QB to regain its chakra, but not only that, it could also caused great harm to my children, and for that reason I was forced to separate them. But now comes my turn. What the hell did you all do to my boy? How is he 6 feet underground, dead? As after Shizune revealed with a heavy heart what has transpired, Minato and Kushina both were quite shocked. While on the other side, Menma and Mito, they too now had a goal, and that was to end Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke on the other side didn't knew just how many people he had offended, and how many more he will offend. As finally we have a time skip. Time skip of 3 years later. Tsunade, Jiraiya, as well as both of the students of theirs return. Sakura has become a perfect sage of the Toad clan and a Toad summoner, while on the other side, an honorary Toad member as well. On the other side, Tsunade has made Hinata a perfect replica of herself, destructive with strength and powerful, as well as capable enough of healing and even rejuvenating herself if possible. As now we see, both of them were returning, and both of them have changed. Both of them had one goal in mind, and as soon as they returned alongside with their senseis, they came face to face with Minato Namikaze instead of Shizune, who was sitting inside the Hokage office. As their eyes widened, Minato, how is this? Sit down, sensei. I'll explain everything. As after Minato explained everything, Jiraiya then said, slamming his hands on the table. Why did you hide this from me? I'm sorry, sensei. I couldn't allow myself to do so. I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. I was afraid. Too much paranoid that the masked person might find out. I mean, he did find out, even if we were the only ones who knew that Kushina was going to go in labor, did he not? As Jiraiya nodded at that. Yeah, you're right. But poor Naruto died thinking that he was an orphan. And for that I will forever be sorry. That my own blood died thinking that he didn't have anyone here. What about his siblings? They have traveled down Sasuke Uchiha, and they are going to soon depart on the mission, the new Team 7, and they're joining Sensei's Kakashi Hatake. As Kakashi in the mean 3 years have changed as well. His new goal was to correct his mistake and end Sasuke Uchiha. Aid the goal of his new students, Menma and Mito. While on the other side, Sakura as well as Hinata then jumped in. We also wish to go, Hokage-sama. As after that, he looked towards their sensei who nodded. You have my permission. They're soon going to depart. You better hurry. As both of them departed as well. While on the other side, Minato then asked, who are these two? The pink-haired girl, well, I think she was closer to, if anyone can come, the family to Naruto, like a sister figure. Sakura. The other one is Hinata Yuka, who loved that boy to death, but was too weak to tell him, I guess. And what happened to both of them? They changed. They finally realized, Sakura did, what she had lost. And on the other side, Hinata, she too has realized something. It was forever late for her to allow herself. As now we go towards where Kakashi as well as the two siblings were. Who are they? As Kakashi then says, Sakura. Hinata, you're back. Yes, Kakashi sensei. Allow us to join this mission as well. We have already gained permission from the Hokage. Alright, let's go. As after arriving at Orochimaru's base, Hinata and Sakura both went into action alongside with Menma and Mito, and they were there to kill, not to take survivors. So, whoever came in their way was simply cut down short. As finally they cornered down Sasuke as well as Orochimaru, who were desperately trying to escape, as immediately using the Harishin combination by the twins, Orochimaru was put down for good. As next came Sasuke, as Hinata, using her Juken-style Iron Fist that she created thanks to Tsunade, was able to break both legs and arms of Sasuke Uchiha, as Sakura then went on to rip out both of the eyes, making him blind and stop using that forsaken jutsu that he wanted. As Sasuke was in pain, "What the hell? Are you insane? You will pay for what you have done, Sasuke Uchiha. You have taken away our Naruto from us." As at that moment we see Menma was about to kill, as he was halted by Kakashi. "Allow me to do this." "Kakashi, save me," said Sasuke. "Sorry, Sasuke. I'm here to correct my mistake." And with that, the kunai slashed his neck. And with that, Sasuke Uchiha too was killed. All the while, only one person was able to escape from Orochimaru, Kabuto Yakushi. As now we see, the team that was sent there returned with the cursed eye of the Uchihas that were pierced through straight out and rendered useless by none other than Sakura herself. As the council, as well as everyone else, was informed of this. While on the other side, well, the Akatsuki were shocked, mainly Itachi was, as he closed his eyes and saw it. "Foolish little brother, even in your death you were foolish. The only way out of the curse of hatred, you destroyed that path on your own, and created many more curses on other people who were connected to you through him. It is as they say, Itachi," said Kisame. "Old wounds dry out rarely, and always from the past ghost appears to hunt you down for what you have done. You're right about that. Well, what are we waiting for? Should we continue on with our plan?" "Yes, I think we should." Seeing that Itachi didn't really have any meaning to it, he sent in a crow back to Konoha, informing of Akatsuki's real plans, as well as, well, what they were going to do. After realizing this, Minato called for a Kage summit, and everyone was shocked to see him alive though, but they heard rumors, and seeing him firsthand confirmed that rumors, as Naruto then went on to reveal this letter. "So you want us to believe a traitor's word to have betrayed his own clan and village? Believe me or not believe me, but if this is true and that masked person is in that village, your Bijus are not safe. Naruto was once my friend. He died thanks to the Uchiha, and now that Uchiha is taken care of, I no longer wish to take any part in Konoha's wars as well as whatsoever, because the only bond that I had with Konoha was Naruto, and since he doesn't exist, so does the bond. But I will do this much. I will side for you for the last time, just for his sake." As so did the others, because they knew and realized if this was the truth, then they would all be the next. So they all joined in Minato, and they all went on a warpath against Akatsuki. It was a reconnaissance mission, as multiple teams, Anbu-level teams as well as Genins were sent throughout, and Akatsuki was dissected one by one, hunted down like mammals, and soon they too were killed. And for a moment a peace was preserved, but Kabuto, his anger was to no extent ending, the only loose end that was able to escape and still remain, and he did the unthinkable. He, after becoming immortal, after combining Orochimaru's immortality cells with his own, revived using the resurrection seal two of those who died and caused a lot of grief, Naruto Uzumaki himself and Sasuke Uchiha. As a grown-up Sasuke at the age of 16 with a lot of cracks in his body resurrected, we see that only the Saiso did Naruto, but the at the same age as he died. What? What is going on? Said Naruto. It seems you have been resurrected, kid. Was I? Said Naruto to the soul who he's practically become friends with over the course of years since he have died. Yes, kid. You have. I see. Naruto? Is that you? Said a voice that was older and yet familiar as Naruto turned towards him. Sasuke? It is you. But how? You both have been resurrected by me, and for only one goal, to destroy Konoha. As Naruto and Sasuke felt as if their body was frozen, as they immediately were told, alongside with Kabuto and his clone army that he created to attack Konoha, and so a new Konoha crush was on their way, which Konoha shinobi forces were trying their best to fight. But once they came face to face with those who were they fighting, aside from the clone army, they were shocked, as Hinata was even breaking down alongside everyone else. Don't. You have to fight, Hinata-chan, everyone. I can't stop myself, said Naruto. As Hinata couldn't move, as Naruto charged towards her. I can't stop my body, please. Don't make me hurt you. I don't wish to. As after that we see, on the other side, Sakura was trying her best to destroy Sasuke. We killed you and yet you remain here, you bastard. You really hate me, do you not? Why shouldn't I? You killed Naruto. You killed him for what? He didn't do anything wrong to you. I'm sorry, Sakura. I at the moment wasn't thinking right. You were right. I would regret this. And to this day, even in death I do what has transpired all those years ago. As now we see, Naruto then yelled out, seeing that Hinata wasn't doing anything, and neither was his siblings. They were just happy to see him, even if he was attacking them. Kurama, do something. On it, kid. As Kurama, who was able to gather his chakra because he was resurrecting again, did something. He used a few hand seals and clapped his hands together, and lo and behold, Naruto's cracks began to disappear. The black in his eye turned white as his eyes, which were blue and dull, began to glow, as Naruto was standing there in his body that he died at, with shocked-filled expression. What did you do? I gave you the life, kid. What? What do you mean by that? Live on, kid. After all these years of hatred? Only in your death you and I got close. And I would be damned if anyone hurted you, my friend. Just wait for me on the other side. Even if I don't remember, I will find you. I will wait, Kurama. I promise. As Kurama began to disappear, as Naruto shed some tears, and immediately he was hugged by not only Hinata, Menma, Mito, as well as by Minato and Kushina. Jiraiya and Tsunade were there as well, and they all hugged Naruto. As seeing this, Sasuke, who at the moment was also not under the control of Kabuto because of the break by Kurama, decided his best to charge at Kabuto and take his life, taking both of them down back to hell. As Naruto looked towards Sasuke, I'm sorry, Naruto, and make sure you don't die early this time. Dope, live on for both of us. And I'm sorry, seriously, everyone. And with that, Sasuke too, leaving no regrets and apologizing, died, as his soul left his reincarnated body alongside with Kabuto, and his clone army dispersed immediately. As for Naruto, he was shocked that he was allowed to live again, breathe again for a second time. And he was grateful. And so was everyone else. As Naruto was quite shocked to find out that he still remained quite short. But he was still at the age of 16 by now. Well, even if he looked like he was 13. So Hinata didn't mind at all. She still blushed like a schoolgirl in his presence. And Naruto's presence brought a smile back to the village. On the other side, Naruto was quite shocked, at the same time quite hurt to find that his family was alive. But once his father's paranoia revealed to him, Naruto punched him in the guts and yelled at him and vowed that he will prank the hell out of him for what he has done to him. While on the other side, his siblings Well, he thought that they were not to be blamed since they were, well, kind of born with him. And his mother, yeah, he wanted to get back at her as well, but she was a prankster on her own right, and she only smirked and told him to bring it on. And for the next year, the whole village witnessed a prank wars happening between the Uzumaki Namikaze family, as Minato, even though he wanted to sigh and slap himself on the face, was happy that his family was whole together, and he didn't have to live in constant fear of the Mossman returning. And Naruto, being Naruto himself, was able to uplift the whole spirits of the village once more. And not only that, was able to gain a lot of alliances thanks to his revival as well. And at that moment, Jiraiya and Tsunade, as well as everyone, realized Naruto was the true child of prophecy that was mentioned in the old prophecy that was stated, not anyone else. And the prophecy child that Jiraiya has been looking for oh so desperately was always right in front of him. And even came back from death just to save them and make them happy. And as for Hinata, well, yeah, she needed a lot of work since Naruto was back. And as for Sakura, she was just happy seeing him. And hey, she gave the poor old Lee a chance and they began to date. I guess in this universe, Metal's mother's mystery is not so much of a mystery since Sasuke's out of the picture. Anyway, sucks that Sarada doesn't exist. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is it for the day. Peace.